She said, you come from a land down under, where women glow and men plunder.
Good morning from Perth. I'm gonna go out into the communal area and I'll update you on the past 24 hours.
She said, you come from a land down under, where women glow and men plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. I am here for my man and muscle. What? 6'4", I feel like muscle. I said, please speak my language. And he just smiled, give me a fish in my sandwich. And he said, I come from a land down under, where bitters flow and men chunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Lying in a den in Bombay, with a slack jaw and not much to say. I said to the man, are you trying to tempt me? Because I come from the land of plenty.
Zoe is going to be here shortly, well 10:40. But I said I'd update on the whole like flights. I think obviously I have all my stuff written on my notes app, so I might just put a screenshot of my notes app of flight 1. I also might just put a screenshot of my notes app from flight 2. But basically like a rundown of the whole day. So flight 2 was better than flight 1, for the reason being flight 1 I was on the right hand side of the plane, window seat, and my goal for flight 1 was, I'm gonna take out one of these. My goal for flight 1 was not to sleep, so like stay awake as long as I can. So in fairness, it did I did do that. Like I didn't sleep at all for the first flight, which I wanted. Now the reason why the first flight wasn't great was because I was beside a couple with like a 2-month-old child. Now the child did not mind at all. Now I did pay for extra leg room, so there was a bassinet on the wall, so like I actually didn't get extra leg room. Well, you do on the bottom but not on the top, so like when I wanted to exit I'd have to like climb under the bassinet. I was like, do you know what, it's actually fine because it was the shorter flight, so like I didn't really mind like too much. And the last 2 hours of the flight, I genuinely was like, oh my god, like it just felt like never ending. I was like, the 11-hour flight is going to be torture, for the reason being like I still had 2 more hours to go. Now I don't know what I done in the first flight, but like again I done more in the first flight. I actually didn't read. I went between like editing my vlogs, which I'm delighted I actually kept. Like I was kind of editing my vlogs all week, well not this week's vlogs but like the previous week's vlogs, and I really wanted to get them all done, but I'm glad now I didn't, for the reason being that killed so much time. Like it actually killed so much time, because you'd easily get caught up in editing a vlog for like an hour at a time, and then like that, like I'm looking at like small details and stuff like that, so it was actually fantastic. Anyways, landed in Doha. When I did land in Doha, it took my phone a minute to update, so I was stressed I wasn't going to like actually make my connection flight. But then once I got out and I was reading the board, my flight wasn't even up on the board yet. So it's like, okay, I have plenty of time to eat, because my plan was as soon as I land, go straight to my gate, but my gate wasn't even up on the thing yet. So I was like, right, go eat. I started walking around Doha airport. First of all, a forest in the middle of the airport, which I had seen TikToks, but like I didn't think it was like the middle of the airport. And then I started looking for food, and I seen like these interactive touch screens. So I was like, sure, I'll go up to like one of them and see what that was like, and see like if there's other options. Like, so I seen like a Burger King, there was like Gordon Ramsay restaurants and stuff like that, but anyways I seen Burger King and KFC, and I was like, okay, KFC is like, look, it's all shit food at the end of the day, but like it's the better of the shit food, if that kind of makes sense. It's like decent bits of chicken you're getting. So went and got my KFC, and I'm so glad I did, because when I went up he was like, you have a free meal. I was like, why do I have a free meal? He's like, it doesn't matter. And I was like, no, but like genuinely, why do I have a free meal? Then I was getting afraid that when I realised it said chargeable seat, I was like, are they going to charge me to move seats, or giving me a free meal or something? But anyways, I think it's because you're doing such a long flight, and I paid for extra leg room, like I think, but like again, I could be wrong, I don't know. But I texted Chloe and she said that they didn't get it, so I genuinely don't know what that's about. That was Doha airport. My flight details came up, went to my gate, from when the flight details came up and you had to go to your gate, like, they didn't really give you a lot of time. Like, I think I only had like 30 minutes total or something. It was not a lot of time. I was going to do like 2-second ones, but this hasn't gone down as far as I thought it would have gone down. So now I think I'm going to have to part my hair, but this could fuck it up. Yeah, so that was Doha. Got on to flight number 2, and there was nobody in the middle seat beside me. So I did start getting a little bit too giddy, but I was like, okay, I just put both of them together. I was like, okay, I can't get too excited yet in case somebody asks to sit up in the middle. There was no baby, no bassinet, which was like heaven, because I truly had the extra leg room. Oh, I'm after putting the two of them together. Fuck. Right, start again. I knew I made the mistake. Okay, now I don't think I'm going to do that braid. I think I'm just going to do the other braid because it's easier and quicker on. So there was a guy sitting beside me and he was like semi-friendly, and I was like, is he too friendly that he wants to talk? Because I hope he doesn't want to talk. Got on to the second flight, and we were delayed on the tarmac for like 50 minutes. We were meant to be departing at 2:40 Doha time, and we departed at like 3:30 Doha time. I fell asleep as soon as we hit the sky. I remember falling asleep in the plane. I was like, don't let yourself rest your eyes now, because you won't be able to rest when you actually need to go to sleep. Fell asleep as soon as we were in the sky then, which I didn't want to do, but then I was like, okay, if I just kind of go in between sleep and telly. And then the woman woke me up at like 4:30 because we're going around with like the snack boards or something. So then I was awake. Now I was raging, I'm not going to lie, because I was having such good sleep, but actually it was good because it broke my cycle. I also, the food on both planes were terrible, but then I just went in after like pulling out the apple tart, it was rotten, and got changed, quick wash, brushed my teeth, and got into my shorts and swapped my t-shirts and got into my Crocs, my fluffy socks, and I got like my eye mask. And then when I went back, I literally conked. Like, now I woke up between it and I knew I was waking up, but I'd be falling back asleep just as quick. So I slept, I don't want to say it was like, well, it had to be 9 hours. My watch only picked up 4, but I think my watch only picked up 4 because like as soon as I wake up, that breaks the cycle, and then it would like go back again. So like I had a solid 4 hours sleep all at once, and I think the first part was like maybe an hour or two at a time, wake up, an hour or two at a time, wake up, but then it was like solid sleep. So I'm not really sure. So I woke up 2 hours to London, which actually was bliss. Like, I really thought the second flight was going to be horrific, but it was actually really good. I did then get to the airport and my bag got sniffed. Sniffer dogs got the bag. I was very stressed because I was like, oh my god, it's the protein powder, but they didn't even check it, like they didn't drug test or anything, so like it's grand. I'm delighted to have gotten it through. Chloe actually met me at the airport, which I actually, like, as soon as I walked through the gates and I seen her, I started crying. But like, not even like, I don't know why I was crying. I think it was just so emotional because it's like, oh my god, it's so nice to see the face. Like, it was so nice to see a face. And even I was like, oh, my mother would be delighted now as well. Auntie John was with her as well, which was so nice. Because I only met him like, what, twice? The night I was going away, graduation. Yeah, that was all I had met him for anyways. That's crazy. But oh, it's just nice to see your friendly face.
You when you make them all now, like a travel on. Keep changing.
For the tent at the moment on the rocks looking down.
Thank you for hanging around. We do have one more away from our final race of...
Over is coming in for the win. Move over.
Right, okay, move over. Who? They've got to grow fast because their boat's sinking.
Move over.
Their boat's sinking.
They're doing it.
Oh, they haven't hit the front. They haven't hit the front yet. They haven't crossed the line. They sink. All right.
Move over. They're a bunch of engineers. That's why they've thought like that.
Stop, pineapple. Huh? Pineapple.
Stop. Where?
My top is drowned.
Mommy, did they even baking soda today? Is that cool?
Jesus, that is really hard. Like,
Oh, hello.
But it's still following.
Yeah.
It's probably cool now, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you anymore.
This is so cool. Is it?
what's that?
What was that? Yes.
Guys?
Alright. Beautiful. And then it's good. It's our new flavour, the tropical flavour.
Jesus.
It is day one of running errands in Perth. So right now I'm going to down like south of the river. I'm staying up north of the river, going south of the river. It's a 10-minute drive, but like 50 minutes to actually get to where I'm going. So I'm going to view a house with 3 Irish girls. I did look up on it yesterday and I found like a few, like I'm finding it hard to just see somewhere with just Irish girls. I would like Irish, you just feel a bit safer. Oh, it's quite windy. And then I have another viewing at 4 p.m, 3 to 4 in Osborne Park, which is originally where Chloe and John are. And where they're moving today. Where they're moving could be potentially 4 minutes from the place I'm going to look at 12 o'clock, half 12. But it's now 9:30, so I just wanted to get there early, so like in case I get lost or miss the bus or whatever. place. Oh my god, I'm right in the city. So like there's this big building over here. Where is it? Right there. So that's like the one you can see when you're driving, like, so that's the city centre. So obviously I'm very close to it. I haven't even gotten into the city yet. So basically landed Friday night, and Chloe and them surprised me at the airport. Saturday we went for breakfast, and then we spent the day gallivanting, and today I just have house viewing. So like I don't know when I'll actually get into the city. Also Chloe was saying like a lot of places are closed on a Sunday, so I don't even know how that works. But I think if I'll see how I got on with the house viewings today. Tomorrow I'll probably go into the city, try get a SIM card, and like just see about getting set up. But then it depends on the viewings. So like I can actually nearly move into the viewings immediately. Now the only thing that kills me about that is like I have just spent 800 euros on a hostel for 2 weeks. But at the same time, if I can get a house, I'll get a house. I don't know. It's a waste to let a house go because I'm in a hostel. Like, that's obviously stupid. I won't let that happen. But it's just a killer when you've spent like 800 euros on accommodation to then go drop like a $400 bond and then like another $400 on rent. So we'll see. The place that I'm going to view first is 245 a week excluding bills, which is fine. And then the other place in Osborne Park is 300 and I think it's $60, bills included. But obviously $360 is about like 160 to 170 euros a week. So yeah, I don't really know. We will figure it out. I know I really want a beach, and I definitely do want a beach long term, but if I could even just have no beach for like 3 months, that's even too short of a term for me, too long of a term. But like, just get somewhere, do you know? I just want somewhere as a base for a while, and then kind of once you have a base sorted, like then I can actually decide and start looking for like somewhere to actually have a beach. The other thing about as well, like a beach in the middle of summer, I'm going to be paying more for the hostel or accommodation out there. I did see a few places in Scarborough. We were in Scarborough yesterday and I actually loved it because they had like a big fitness expo, and just from the TikToks I've seen, Scarborough is very like fitnessy vibe, but it is like 350 plus on rent a week, like, so don't know if I'll have that type of money. Okay, I need to figure out what bus I'm getting. None of these are my buses. I don't even know if I can get on the bus with just tapping my card, or do you actually need like a bus card? I know there is a bus card to buy, but I was like, I'm not going to worry about that today. I'll get that tomorrow or something. I was talking to Chloe yesterday and she was saying like, for my first job, I'm better off trying to get a job in the city, because especially from Osborne Park, she's like, Osborne Park is very good location to get into the city. Now where I'm going today, it's only a 10-minute drive away, but it's like an hour on a bus. Now I won't mind an hour on a bus and walking and stuff like that. But then if I was to get a job, you can like transport in and out of the city, because I was like, there's no point looking for a house and then not getting a job, or trying to find a job but you don't have a house. So I think, yeah, the better idea is to find a house like relatively decent enough location that I can get a bus into the city for a while. Like, it's not like I'm going to keep a job forever, like, you know. The job I literally might only have for like a couple of weeks. If I get into the mines in January, Chloe was saying actually herself and John that the company they are with are there's possible like jobs going on in January for cleaning, so I need to get my CV in order as well, but I can't get my CV in order because I don't have a freaking laptop charger. I am crying. I literally have just waited 5 minutes for the bus and they don't take card, and then he was like cash, and I literally gave him like $5 and they don't take fucking cash, they will only take coins. I was like, keep the fucking change, I actually don't care, fuck's sake. Oh my god, I'm actually, thank god I started early, but like it's 10 past 10. I'm gonna have to find a shop and try like get coins now, for fuck's sake. Ugh. Kind of funny how anything is just going to be stressful. That was actually perfect. I literally, another bus is in like 10:33. I think that's the thing, like you just don't know when the next bus is, but anyways, 10:33. So I went in, bought a bottle of water in Subway, got change like broken down into like coins, and then I seen the fucking bus right here, but I thought you could only buy this in shops. So I'm after buying it. It's like $10 for the card, and then you put your credits, and minimum credit you can put on it is $10. So now I actually don't need coins after all. Just had my first bus experience. Fantastic, so it was. I love the seat covers. Very Australian, you know. But I did just realise, I was like, oh, I never tapped off. So now I wonder if it charges me extra. I don't really know how that works. But anyways, we'll figure it out. Probably just gives you like €1 fine or something. Anyways, I'm now currently, it's now 11 AM. The viewing's not till like 12:30, which is good. So I'm going to a place called Tomato Lake. I did see it on maps, and I ended up on TikTok, and there's like a 1.6k loop of a walk around it. So I was like, sure, look, I have the time. I also don't want to be out in the sun too long because I've yet to buy sun cream. But look, I'm kind of lazy about my sun cream right now because it's not high temperatures, but I can't be staying in that habit. I am really hoping I get this place. That was so easy to get to the city, just even from the bus stop, and where the place is, there's literally another bus stop, and it's like 10-minute walk. So hopefully I do get it. That would be fantastic if I got it. Look, time will tell. We'll see if I even like the place first. It's just when I looked up the rent, like the rent is 130 to 140 euros a week. So it's like, that's quite manageable, like, you know, that'll be fine. I actually find the houses like really funny. I don't know, but it just doesn't look like a house. They all look like apartment-y style, and then they all have like freaking balconies and stuff. It's actually very odd. It's really funny, and the roofs are like that little bit flatter as well. Like, they're not like a tall roof. They're not like that. They're like that. Also, another thing I really like is there's loads of these, like, can you see it in the thing? Yeah, you can. Bike routes. Loads of them, like specifically for bikes. Right, so I am here because I don't know where I am. Like, I don't even know if there's like a coffee shop or something. But I'm going to try find the walking loop and see if I stumble upon a coffee place, because obviously I also don't want to be out in the sun for 2.5 hours while I wait for the house viewing. I got a long back rather than a long back topped up. What's the difference between this cup and the one I got yesterday? I have no idea. But this is strong. This is good. This is like definitely better than a flat white. Flat white I got yesterday only had 1 shot coffee. That does not have 1 shot coffee. That has 2. Another thing I also find really funny is their lids situation. They're like cardboard. I don't know how to explain it. And then their ice ones are like a dome on top, but like a cardboard dome. This has actually been like really good weather adjusting wise. Like, it's really breezy. I don't know what temperature it is. I have not checked the temperature, but like, it's not like suffocatingly warm. Even at that, like, I'm still drinking hot coffee. Like, it's not, I could do with a jumper. Like, now I understand why some people are going around in jumpers. Yesterday when I got back to the hostel, I got in around like 8 o'clock. It could have been earlier than that, but I think
turn right towards McGill Street.
It was around 8 o'clock. So I actually went through my suitcase, and what I done was I emptied out my suitcase of everything I'm going to wear, and then I left in my suitcase the stuff I'm not going to wear yet. So I left like my workout stuff, my runners, my gels, my protein powder, the Clear Whey. Left all that. Then under the bed, because it's like really noisy pulling in and out with the suitcase, and the suitcase is going to get dirty and damaged. Under the bed then I done I put back in my suitcase. I put my blue bag at the back, and then like what I'm using at the front, so like my 2 bags of toiletries. I reorganise my toiletry bags of actually what I'm using, and then put away what I'm not using. It's like my glow drops and like random little bits. So yeah, it's a little bit more organised. So all my clothes are locked in one little press, and then everything else, my suitcase is locked under the bed. Obviously if I can get, like, I need it, I'll open it, but like I was like, I don't think any of that I'm going to need until I'm living somewhere yet. Also, when I was going through my suitcase yesterday, I started laughing. I shouldn't be laughing, but I started laughing because when they were asking me did I bring in anything else in the airport and my bag was pulled, I was like, my gels, tea bags, protein powder and my clear whey. I forgot I brought, and your man literally had said to me, do you have any nuts, seeds, jams, honey? And I was like, no. I literally brought in peanut butter, which I forgot about, and I also brought in fucking everything but bagel seasoning, which is nut seeds. I was like, oh my god, thank god they didn't search, because I blatantly lied to his face a million times. House hunting number 1. I actually was like thinking to myself, I looked up coffee, couldn't find anywhere for coffee, and I'm like, ugh, that's a bad shout. However, the way I always think about it, like I have to ask these questions, how long is this available for? If I literally had this until like the end of December into January, I would be so happy, like even just for a month. It's cheaper. I could then look at going to a beach once I actually get a job and I have income coming in. Wouldn't bother me if I was doing it then. So I'm going to see if it's a possible option. I know they said it's available, I think, to February, March. I've also seen like so many on Facebook, and I've texted so many. Some haven't gone back to me, but I've seen so many, so I actually could be mixing up like how long places are available for. So I have to have, like, you know, my best personality out. It's very intimidating when you think about it, because like it's like you might love the place, but they might not like you, you know. You forget about little things like that. I get like pictures or videos of the place for the viewing, just because I felt a bit awkward. But oh my god, like it was actually, there were 3 Irish girls, so lovely, so soft spoken. They're all from Limerick, they went to school together. Now they did say they're like 25 minutes from Belmount, which, Jesus, I am sweating. And they said like they have 3 bikes, so they're like, take the bikes anytime you want, cycle up, run up, do whatever. Their main shopping centre, their main area would be Belmont. About a 20-minute walk, which is not bad. Like, I'm forgetting, like, it's also not Ireland where it's going to be freezing cold. She was like, look, sometimes we go up, we walk up or cycle up, and then we get an Uber back. Like, it could be $4 to $8 for an Uber. So like that's like €2 to €6. Like, it's crazy. So I think I'm going to take it. Now I know I have the other place as well, but it's just the big price difference between there and the other place. But the bedroom has like double bed, walk-in wardrobe. It's a shared bathroom with 2 of the girls. Bills are like, they get the bills every 2 months, and it's split in 4 ways. It's just split evenly. I did say to them, I'm like, look, I do want to get a job in FIFO, so like, would that be would you be okay having a roommate that does FIFO? They're like, yeah, that's grand, just as long as you'll pay the rent and you'll split the bills. But the lease is up on the 4th of April, which actually like is perfect, because I am like, that's like January, February, March. That's 3 months of having a solid place to live, which is perfect. Like, that's so nice. Because even at that, like, even if it was just till December, that's only 1 month of having somewhere where like it's setting up like a little home, you know, it's setting up like a little house for yourself. So I actually am 99% sure I think I'll text them and take it. I will obviously view the other place, but just the 3 girls, they were so nicely spoken. I actually forget what one of them does. One of the girls, the girl I was texting, her name was Katie. I think she's like she works in a bar and bistro place. The other 2 girls are nurses. So one of them actually is a general nurse, and the other girl is a disability nurse. So she was like, why don't you do your rural work in disability? Now I was kind of like, I want to have a job that's less responsibility. Like, look, a little cafe job on the beach would be lovely. So yeah, I am actually, that was really positive. Yeah, I'm actually like well impressed. I'm happy now. That actually is such relief. Just like, it's nervous going, but like they were so lovely, so nicely spoken and everything as well. So I am feeling pretty good now. That is just put my worries to ease. I'm literally in the city centre right now, but I just literally had my very first Yoshi, so I don't know what toppings. I'll have to go back on the video and see what toppings I got. But one of the bottoms, I got acai, vanilla, mango, and I forget the other one. But whatever the other one was, I don't like that one. I'm actually giggling. It's literally starting to drizzle right now. Like, if it rains, the only thing is I'm getting on a bus, so it doesn't matter if it rains. But like, did sign up for this. I did not think it would rain this quickly into Australia. Hopefully it doesn't like come to much. Oh, I'm just coming out with my second viewing and they were so lovely. I feel like I just don't know what to do. They were so nice. It is a lot dearer though, that's my only problem. Like, it's $360, which is an extra $105. Is that correct? A week. So I think I'm going to be passing. It would definitely be an ideal location if it wasn't $105 on it. The other thing I also have is it is until the end of March, so the 30th of March. So she said her family is coming in the 1st of April and they're staying for a month, and then they have their friends coming in May. So she was like, it is short term now. Again, the other one is only until April anyways. So and the other one was a lot nicer of an apartment, I will also say. Yeah, I think I'm going to text the other girls. Now look, if I text the other girls and they say no, I have these as backup. So do you like, it's not a bad idea. Just like looking at my options. The other two girls in the other house also are in nursing. One of them specialising in ID. So like that also could get me in the door to a different type of a job. I just don't know. This girl also in the new house is a real JAA head. She was saying to me about like joining a football team, and like I don't know if I'd want that either. Oh, I don't know what to do. Now I have options. This is what I wanted. I wanted options. I have my options. I just have to sit and think about them for a moment. Walking back, I have decided I'm definitely going to take the house in the Bellmount side, just for the reason being like the house just outside Leaderville / Osborne Park is $360. You would literally get one in Scarborough, which is at the beach, for like $400. And I'd rather be not close to a beach for 3 months than to be wasting my money on something. I'd rather save that extra €105 a month, a week, so I could afford the extra 40 for Scarborough. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to text the other girls when I get back. I'm going to text Chloe, see what she says, and then text the other girls. Chloe also did actually tell me she's going to be like a 4-minute drive from the new place I'm going to. Like, everything is very accessible. Like, everything's within like such short distances. But I just don't want to get a car yet. Like, obviously I'm only here a day, so like I could decide in a month if I wanted to get a car. Like, even if I stayed in the other place, I won't care if I stay there and I get a car, because I'd only be 20 minutes to Scarborough. But it's obviously commuting, like it's going to be an hour to Scarborough, and even at that it's like an hour and 50 to City Beach. Now the other thing is, if I get a job in the city, I'm going to be already halfway there, so it's only going to be like 30-minute of a bus from the city. So I could always go like before work or after work or something. Look, it's obviously very early days, but I know I want a beach, like. And especially I don't know how long I want to stay in Park yet, so it's actually grand. Day one and I'm already sunburnt. I was out walking all day today trying to fucking find somewhere to live, and like I'm literally like, look at my back. My back is already red. Look at that. You can actually see where I had my top. That's terrible. That's terrible. Oh, it's so sore. I could feel it as well in the shower with the water hitting it. Not great, not great. I had like my first Irish interaction in Perth, which was really funny. I went to San Barrero just because all I've had today was yochi. So I was like, okay, get something, because if I don't, like, I'm just going to be starting tomorrow. So I actually went for a toasted burrito. And then he was like, do you want water? And I was like, nah, you're grand. He's like, no, Ishka. And I didn't actually know what he said. So I was like, sorry? And he's like, Ishka. Did I say it wrong? I was like, oh my god, sorry. No, I don't want any. And then I was like, oh my god, do you know Irish? And he's like, just a little bit. And then I was like, you probably know more Irish than I know. And he was like, no. And then on the way, when he gave me my thing, I was like, oh, thank you. And he's like, girl, I'm not good. And I was like, I'm going to have to say something in Irish. Sounds like slong of old. I was like, this is my first time to speak Irish in about 6 years. Actually really in a sticky situation. I don't know what to do. I am taking the house in Wales if they reply to me. They haven't replied to me yet. But I don't think I'm going to take that house near Osborne Park if the other girl doesn't reply to me. Just because it's 360 a week. And like, look, it is only day 2, so if I'm after seeing 2 viewings on my second day of actually my first day of trying, like I only started looking up things yesterday, I think I'll get something else before the end of my 2 weeks in the hostel. I also think in future, if I am booking something, I'm not going to book as long for a hostel, like I'll only book a week. I think like now that I'm here, a week is enough, it feels like enough. It's really just thinking to myself, and I think I've come up with what I'm okay with for the moment situation. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the house out of the river. If I stay there till April, that's 4 months. 4 months because of December, right? So that's fine. 4 months in South of the River, which is lovely. Then I have the South of the River done. Then I could move to Scarborough. 3 months in Scarborough. Obviously it all depends on regional work, but like if I get my regional work within this, I go do my regional work, but when I come back I'll do 3 months in Scarborough. Or if it's I get my regional work and I still stay in Scarborough. I think it's a lot of money spending money in Scarborough when you're not even going to be there though, so I don't think I'd do that. But go and do my regional work, come back, do 3 months in, do you hear the crickets? Do 3 months in Scarborough. Then I can always pack up and start moving towards Melbourne. Because I did say, if I look at Perth as being about 6 months, I can do little things within that. I could look at getting a car within 2 or 3 months. I just don't want to get it just yet because it's obviously more expensive when you're doing that. But I feel actually very relieved with that being my proposed options for the moment. So I think that's my original. That's the plan I'm going to work off now. Obviously it's only day 2, so by day 7 this could change again. But it's just nice to relax. Again, this is all based on if the girls even reply to me, which they haven't yet. So I don't know.